Good morning. Today, I thought I'd hop on for a live. I'm sitting outside here in Pennsylvania. It's chilly, but it's absolutely beautiful. You can see the sun on my face, and the sun is one of my energy chargers. It helps fill me with that need of recharging. So if you're watching live, give me a wave. And if you're watching later, if you're watching the replay, just throw a number 1 up in the comments. So a lot for me this weekend has been in movement and transition, and I wanted to share it with you. Hi, Sheila. You're part of the reason why I'm on today. So I wanted to talk about getting comfortable with being in uncomfortable positions, situations, life's choices. Life is hard, and being a woman and a mama, from my perspective, it's freaking hard. And every day is a new opportunity. Though sometimes, there's days I wake up and I just feel I just want to be in awe with life. I want to be in awe with the fact that the birds are chirping and the sun is shining and Mother Nature is just unveiling as we're slowly transforming into spring. And it makes things uncomfortable for people. Just the weather alone can be a trigger and make things uncomfortable. So before I came out, I pulled one of my cards. And the card I pulled was comfort. How about that? And it says, as I lovingly comfort others, I too am comforted. In times of great pain, loss, or any difficulty, everyone needs someone to lean on. The angel of comfort is a dependable source of care who will gently surround you with unconditional love and light. So let me stop there. Unconditional, unconditional, unconditional. That is my word. That is my jam. Unconditional love, unconditional relationships. I don't do conditions very well. And I never have. And I think that's why a lot of relationship transitions have happened over the past decade of my life. And I can go back even into childhood and being a teenager and in my young 20s now and see the silver lining in relationships that fizzled out or didn't last, whether they were friendships or maybe I was close with an aunt at one time. Unconditional love is something I've always had for myself, which is super, super, super important. Women and mamas, you have to love yourself first. We have to put ourselves first. And when we do that, then we can step into that mama role without feeling like we're depleted or we're sucked dry. We can step into taking on a new job, a career. Maybe you want to take an online course, something with a little more oomph behind us. Having that unconditional love and unconditional mindset of I love you no matter what, as you would a child. And you think most people do. Unfortunately, I've experienced the opposite. So I can speak through this because I've walked through this. So keep that in mind with unconditional love. Let me keep reading. When you are in a particular need for comfort, find a space and sit quietly and call on the angel to soothe your worry and sadness. You may be astonished as to how quickly the pain passes when you put your trust in her. If someone else who needs comforting, if it's someone else in your life that you know that needs comforting, ask the angel, encourage them to give you time and attention without hesitation by offering this loving energy without counting cost to yourself, having that unconditional love. You are serving humanity, and you will reap abundant universal benefits. Oh, so many little triggering things here. So this weekend, I noticed when something triggers me, whether it's a movie or something I read, and I feel an emotion come up about it. So maybe like you watching, hearing me, maybe an emotion or feelings coming up for you. I think it's very important to honor that emotion and honor that feeling, not dismiss it, push it down. And by honoring it, it can be as simple as just pausing, practicing the pause, putting your hand over your heart, because that anxiety rises, right? Your body starts to change. You might feel like an elephant's on your chest. You might start to sweat. You just might start to feel like you're getting out of control. Just put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. Hi, birdie. And give that place within you that feels uncomfortable some room, some space to breathe, some acknowledgement. If we don't acknowledge the things that trigger us, the things that make us uncomfortable, and we push them down way low, later on in our life, they're going to come back and they're going to bite us in the ass in other ways of our life. And it may be bigger and different, more of an internal, battle within yourself. I don't do that anymore. I don't like that. However, it still comes up for me. So this work, this inward work that I teach and that I do and that I work with women and mamas specifically, is to raise your awareness and help you recognize in these times, because we're all going to have seasons. Stuff's always going to happen. It's not always butterflies and rainbows, guys. Accident happens, things happen, life moves, family fights, parts ways, comes back together, the tug in the pool. When you work on the inward work, do the program and do the process, and always go back and dive into the things like, my cards that I read this morning. That can help bring you back into your mindset. It's helping you reset your mindset and become aware with what's making you uncomfortable. And being in uncomfortable spaces, it's not a bad thing. It helps you grow. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable is an invaluable lesson in this life. So, hi Angela. Let me pull a card for those of you watching and those of you who will watch later. And I have all sorts of affirmation cards and Gabrielle Bernstein cards, and just kind of laying around on a table that I just dedicate to my space in the morning. It's so beautiful outside, so I brought some stuff out for me today. And I normally read a card to myself in the morning, and I'll repost it on Instagram and Facebook for other people, and it just kind of shifts me in a direction of what's my mantra for today? What's my outlook for today? What can I lean into? All right, here we go. Since there's 2 of you watching right now, let's just pick the number 2. Oh, all right, the card is, when I lean toward love, I am led. Look at that. When I lean toward love, I am led. Unconditional love, guys. Unconditional love. Love without conditions. Not that I love you if you do this, or I love you if you do that. That's not unconditional love. That's a whole nother topic that we can have on another day. So right now, what I want you to leave with on this gorgeous Sunday morning here in Pennsylvania is that when you find yourself caught up in the triggers and mess of life, remember who you are. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you do love yourself unconditionally. And go to the tools and resources you have to help redirect. Relationships are hard. This journey, this inward work, this finding your soul self, it's an ever-evolving journey. You'll finally climb a mountain and be like, yes! And then you'll look to your left and there's another mountain that's even higher waiting for you. But that's the joy of life. Ever evolving. So I wish you the best. Thank you for following. Invite your friends in to join. This is a great women and mama empowerment group. And I'm on a mission to make a movement happen. Because I want you to learn how to love yourself. How to make the friendship within you be the best friendship you've ever had or experienced so soulfully in your lifetime. So then you can pass it down to your kids and they'll know how to love themselves too. Bye.